Here it says Joseph shovels driveways in the winter to earn extra money. He charges $10 for the first hour of shoveling and $6 for each additional hour. They want us to write an equation that represents the amount of money Joseph will earn using P as a variable after spending a number of hours shoveling. So H is the number of hours. So before we get into the equation and variables and whether it's multiplying or adding, where the equal sign goes and all of that, let's think about just Joseph and the basic structure of this equation. How is Joseph going to figure out how much money he earns? Well, it says here that he charges $10 for the first hour. So he's going to get a certain amount of money for the first hour. And then he charges $6 for each additional hour. So he's going to get money for those extra hours too. So if we take the money he gets for the first hour and add it to the money he gets for all those extra hours, that's going to be how much Joseph earns in total. So let's think of a couple of examples. What if Joseph took just 1 hour to shovel? How much would he earn? Well, he would get that $10 for the first hour, and then he didn't shovel any extra hours, so he wouldn't add any money for those extra hours. So it would be $10. What if he took 2 hours? Well, in this case, he would get $10 for the first hour, and then for that second hour, he would get $6. So in total, he would make $16. How about 3 hours? Well, he would get $10 for the first hour, $6 for the second hour, and $6 for the third hour. So in total, he'd make $22. So let's look at what's happening here. It's just not 10 plus $6. It's 10 plus you're adding $6 a certain number of times. How many times do we add the $6 when he took 2 hours to shovel? Once. So 1 less than 2. How many times do we add $6 when he took 3 hours to shovel? Twice. So we added $6, 1 less than the number of hours that he shoveled. So now that we have a better idea, coming up with some of these examples and just kind of getting an idea of how you are calculating how much Joe's making, because I'm sure all of you guys can calculate how much Joe's going to make if he took 4 hours. It's really, how can we capture that in an equation so we can figure out how much would Joe make if he happened to take 12 hours instead of just taking 10 and adding 6 and adding 6 and adding 6. So let's try to put this into an equation. So in the second paragraph, we've defined the variables. It says P is the total amount Joe's going to earn. And then also it says that H is the total number of hours he spent shoveling. So let's fill in the structure of our equation I have here with our variables, our numbers. Try to create this equation. So Joseph's earnings, we don't know that. That's what P is. P is how much Joseph is going to earn. How much is he getting for the first hour? $10. Remember, we always get $10 for the first hour. How much is he being paid for each additional hour? $6. But remember, it's not just 10 plus 6. It's 10 plus 6 a certain number of times. How many times do we add 6? Remember, it's 1 less than the total number of hours that he shoveled. And the total number of hours he shoveled is right here. It's H. So let's test this out. If he shoveled 1 hour, then that means H is 1. So if we substitute 1 for H into this equation, we have P equals $10 plus 6 times 1 minus 1. And 1 minus 1 is 0, so this is 10 plus 6 times 0, which is 10. That's what we got when we just did it in our head without an equation. Now let's think, how much would he earn if he shoveled for 3 hours? So when H is 3. So again, let's just substitute 3 in for H and rewrite the equation. P equals $10 plus $6, 3 minus 1 times. So we're taking $10 and we're adding 6, 1 less than the number of hours that we shoveled in total. So 10 plus 12, which is $22. So if I write this as an ordered pair, the H is our x-coordinate. That goes first. 3, that's what we substitute in for H. And P is our y-coordinate. What this is telling us is if we shovel for 3 hours, oops, not $3, 3 hours, Joe will make $22.